I wanted to take you through some practice before you take your quiz next class. So for my second and fourth periods, this will be on Friday. You're going to take this quiz, which is tomorrow. And for my third period class, you're going to take it on Monday. Your test for this chapter will be on the following class day, so make sure that you guys have gone over the chapter review and that you've watched the video that goes over it. Obviously, if we have more time in class after the quiz, we'll do some more test review. Okay, so there's some certain things that you need to know how to do. We've already learned all our practice with multiplying, dividing, monomials and stuff, but you are also going to have to practice some of the stuff that we've already learned. So here we're using a binomial times a binomial, and remember I've told you could use FOIL, which is product of the first, outer, inner, and then last, or you can just look at it as if you're distributing. So it's x times x would be x squared, and x times 7 is 7x. And then you distribute the negative 3. So negative 3 times x is negative 3x, and negative 3 times 7 is negative 21. And as I did here, I always line up my like terms, and I add them up. I get x squared plus 4x minus 21. Now, I've also shown you guys that you can also do the box. Now, the advantage of the box is if you do a binomial times a binomial, you do a 2 by 2 box, and you know there has to be terms in each one of these 4 spaces, okay? So if I did x minus 3 and x plus 7, I would do x times x, which is x squared, and negative 3 times x, which is negative 3x, 7 times x, which is 7x, and 7 times negative 3 is negative 21. So then I remember, the one thing I have to remember to do is add these two on the diagonal. So that would be x squared plus 4x minus 21. You'd get the exact same thing, okay? Here, I'm going to go ahead and do this again. I'm not going to use the box method for this one. I'm just going to go ahead and distribute. I will use the box method for this one, though, so that you guys can see how you can do that. So 2 times 6m, 12 times 6m is 12m squared. 2m times 3 is 6m. Negative 1 times 6m is 2m times 3 is 6m. Why did I write that 3? Sorry. Negative 1 times 6m is negative 6m. And negative 1 times negative 3 is negative 3. So what I get here is 12m squared, 12m squared plus 6m minus 6m, okay, minus 3, okay? Now, if I wanted to do a binomial times a trinomial, I have shown you guys how to do this in class, but I wanted to show you the box method as well, okay? So instead of making a square, I want to make a rectangle with 2 rows and 3 columns. Each row will be one of the binomial terms, right? Make sure you put your negative 3 here. Don't forget your signs. And then here you have terms of each of the trinomials, one of each of the trinomial terms. And I'm really careful to pay attention to the sign, okay? So n times n squared is n cubed, and n times negative 3n is negative 3n squared. N times negative 7 is negative 7n. And then this is negative 3n squared. Then this is going to be a positive 9n and a positive 21. What you need to be careful of, though, guys, is not only do you have to add these like terms, but you also have to add these like terms, okay? And when you write it down in standard form, you get n cubed minus 6n squared plus 2n plus 21, okay? So be very careful when you're adding your terms. Now, when you're doing something like this, you're dividing each individual term by this monomial on the bottom. So I separate it out like this. 4x cubed divided by 2x minus 10x squared divided by 2x, and then minus 2x divided by 2x. Okay, so then I just divide. 4 divided by 2 is 2, and remember when we're dividing, we subtract for exponents. So 3 minus 1 is x squared. All right, then I get negative 5 times x, and then minus 1. Anything divided by itself is 1, okay? All right, so for number 5 right here, this one is pretty involved. So I think the easiest way to do this is to go ahead and expand each one of these out. Okay, so I'm going to do 32 a squared. So I have 2 a's and 6 b's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, divided by 4 and 3 a's and 3 b's. So then I have minus 12a, and there's a to the 5th. So there's 5 of those a's, 4, 5, 4 b's, and 2 c's. Divided by 4, 3 a's, and 3 b's. Okay, so 32 divided by 4 is 8. Okay, and that always goes on the top. And then I reduce. Okay, so 32 divided by 4 is 8, and I have 3 b's on the top and 1 a on the bottom. And then negative 12 divided by 4 is 3, and I cancel out my a's and my b's, and there's no c's to cancel out from the bottom. So I have 2 a's on the top, I have 1 b, and 2 c's. Okay, and then I'm done. Now the thing to do with this right here, this negative 3/12, is to use your calculator and reduce that fraction really nicely. Okay, so I'm going to have you do alpha y equals, and in there I'm going to put negative 3, and in the denominator I put 12. And that reduces really nicely to a negative 1/4. So negative 1 on the top and 4 on the bottom. Just subtract. So 10 minus 4 is 6. So that's going to be c to the 6th. And 6 minus 1 is 5. So d to the 5th. Okay? All right. So only a couple more. This one is quite involved. So we're going to cube this first, which means we have to do the following. So watch what I do. I'm going to go ahead and copy this, and this is when it would be kind of cumbersome to go ahead and expand it out. So this is one of the reasons why you want to know the rules. So this is 3 to the 3rd, which is 27. Okay, it's not 3 times 3, guys. It's 3 to the 3rd. And then a to the 4 times 3, which is a to the 12th, and b to the 2 times 3, which is b to the 6th. So remember, when this little guy is on the outside, that's when you multiply the exponents, but you still raise that coefficient to that power. So I'm going to go ahead and reduce 15/27 in my calculator. So I'm going to do alpha y equals, and on the top I put 15, and on the bottom I put 27, and I get 5/9. So this ends up being 5/9. And then a to the 16 minus 12, which is a to the 4th, and b to the 11 minus 6, which is b to the 5th. I know that these are going to be on the top of the fraction because the bigger number is on the top, right? 12 is here and the 16 is here. 16 is bigger than 12, so a is going to be on top. 11 is bigger than 6, so b is going to be on top. So one last one. We're going to square this whole thing. Remember, it's the same as multiplying it by itself. So what I do is I get 7 times 7, x to the 4 plus 4, and y to the 6 plus 6. So that's 49, x to the 8th, y to the 12th. Now, I could have done this a couple of different ways as well. So just remember, if you get to this point, you should be fine as far as how you went about it. So I hope this is helpful. Please make sure you watch all my videos and do the review packets and do the pamphlet to help you review before you take your test, which will be not this next class, but the class after. Thanks a lot, guys. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll talk to you later.